is a presentation of Mr. X News Network.
Yeah, I'm back. Mr. XposeU. It's Mr. X. I got a lot of different names. I'm back. I'm back over here. You know, it's funny. Jim goes like this. Hey, fire up a show on YouTube. We should fire it up. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, Sunday night, nobody's going on. Why not? He's not fucking here. Now, I'm assuming that there's probably some important phone call going on, and I have a feeling I know what he wants to talk about, which is interesting and, in my opinion, somewhat exciting, but you could probably guess what a lot of it is. But nonetheless, we're here. We're on Mr. XposeU. People are already coming in. I appreciate everybody being here. Oh, my God. Blue Diamond. Let's name off a few of the people like other people do. Blue Diamond, how's it going? You know, it rained in Blue Diamond. It rained in LA today, and it cooled things off. Very rarely rains here. Say that 5 times fast. And when it does rain here, you know, it could be nice and warm in the 70s, 80s even. And then it gets down like to the 50s and 60s. What the fuck? I don't likes. No likey. Choopy. Mean Green is here. What's up? Adele is here. Speaking of snow, it's probably still snow up there for all I know. Texas Granny sent you a couple photos. Shannon. Georgie. Got your email, Georgie. I think you sent me an email or something. Somebody sent me some news. I thought it was you. Carol. Everybody's posting now, and now I can see what they're saying. And, you know, there's some new features on this whole StreamYard, and we've tried them out before on the OTT. Hooper is here. Rainbow Melon, I see you're timing people out on other channels for real craziness. Mr. X might not stand for that. It's got to be really bad. Don't time out anybody we know. Anybody that's on the OTT that we like. Don't be bad. Send you away. Block. So yeah, there's a new feature on StreamYard. And I'm curious, you know, is this going to work within YouTube? Because it doesn't work on the OTT. So, Monkey, take that down. Okay, you already did it. You know what I'm going to say then. Apparently you do. Well, the reason you know what I'm going to say is because I'm doing all the work. So let's come up with a poll. Hold on, I'm typing it in now. So there's a new thing now that's polls, or you can add a QR code. And the poll, you could put option 1. Like, you know how you used to always say, put 1 in the chat for this or 2 in the chat for that. And that was always the thing back in the day, like, you know, during the Dylan Rounds case 3 or 4 years ago. 3.5, 4, wow, almost 4 years ago now. Coming up here in a month. 4 years ago, he went missing. But now when you put 1 or 2 in the chat, it kind of tallies it within StreamYard. Okay, so I'm writing up, and I'm going to add this, and we'll see if this works. Create. And we're looking at it now. Now, tell me if you can see this in the chat. The question is very simple. You know, we've been talking about Janelle and her having jobs and her having issues with some jobs and all that. And we're just testing this out until Jim gets here. 72 people watching us live right off the rip. Will Janelle ever have a full-time job for more than a month? That's the question. Here it is. Monkey, put it up. Bang! So now, we're just testing this out. Shannon, thank you for the Cash App. We'll get to all those in a minute. You may type in 1 or 2 in the chat. 1 for yes. No is number 2. And apparently, now we see people, you saw it go up to 100% for no. So there's another no. There's 2 no's. So we're seeing it 100%. So right now it's 3-0. Now it's 3-1. 75% saying no. I'm going to go ahead and give Janelle the benefit of the doubt and just really hope so, even though I probably don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and put 1. Let's see if it works for me. I put in 1. So now it's 67 to 33%. And you see it in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Will Janelle ever have a full-time job for more than a month? That's the question. Blue Diamond, some people are saying no. Mean Green's being optimistic. Adele, you can't say no. You got to put 1 or 2 in there. If you say yes, it's 1, 2, no. Yeah, okay, now you're getting it. Jesus. Hate to use the Lord's name in vain on a Sunday, but, let's get this shit up. Go get this shit going. What's the matter with you? Barbara Buffalo's here. Hi. How's things going there? Eric Foss says no. So people are saying no. So we're trying this out. I mean, like I said, it didn't work on the OTT when it first was published a couple days ago, but it obviously works here. How you doing is here? Janelle, these people, I mean, that's a long time to have a job for a month. Maybe I should have, a month. Actually, not really. Not really. I mean, a full-time job, that means you work 40 hours a week for 4 weeks, 160 hours. I hope you prove them wrong. I mean, that's what I hope. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So right now, let me go back into my section of StreamYard that's called widgets. And I could see within widgets, it's 11-2. I think Mean Green and myself are the 2. It's 85% to 2%. So what we're doing right now is you see the poll. This is a new thing that's on StreamYard that we could do within YouTube and Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't work on the OTT yet. But we're seeing 11-2 saying that Janelle will not have a full-time job for more than a month. 40 hours a week, 4 weeks in a row. Now, we know that there was some kind of issue. I don't know the full story because Jim talks to her a lot on the phone off air, more so than I do. I mean, he talks to a lot of people more so than I do. And there was some issue with her job and traveling. It was 2 hours. I mean, I don't know. But so I can stop the poll or I can hide the poll. Like, here's an example. I'm going to hide it for now, but it's still active. And then I can stop the poll and say, okay, well, voting is going to be off here in a minute, and just stop it. And then whatever the final is, the final. We'll bring it back up when Jim comes up here. I'll keep it alive. Again, if you want to see it, I'll show it again. Will Janelle ever have a full-time job for more than a month? I guess this means forever, like for the rest of her life. It's a long time. Maybe things turn around. But if you're getting free housing and you're getting free food, free cell phones, is there an incentive? I hope so. We know she wants to get out of the situation. You vote 1, yes. 2, no. There's no price for this. Obviously, if you're watching this on demand later on, we're live right now at 6:16 Pacific. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do this if it's on demand. Don't be a dumbass. If this is live, if you're watching this right now, then you could vote. And I think we don't have a terrible amount of votes. I mean, there's a ton, which, by the way, I can move this all around. Monkey, move it to the right. Top right corner, monkey. Do it. There it is. Top left corner. There it is. I want it on the bottom left. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So let's hide it for now. Let's bring up all my cash apps because apparently, these people say the Mr. X is broke. I don't know about that, but here we are 11 minutes in, 11, 15, 14 minutes in. You know me, I could talk for 3 hours, but I don't want to talk about 3 hours and talk about all the things that I have stored up for the Mr. X News Network on Monday, tomorrow. Then Jim Terry TV Tuesday, which I believe is going to be a little bit later. We'll talk about that on XNN tomorrow night. We'll see. I mean, the whole idea of this show was it's time. It's time again. Jim has spoke to somebody, and I don't want to, blow Jim's story or anything, but maybe this is even changed by now per the new information that's come out. There's been new information. A person has said that, I will not say a gender, but it looks like a man. Let's just say they, them. They, them will shave their hair. This person will shave their hair. And you can see the Mr. X. This is not a Canva. This is this is a Canva. This is not an AI. This is the real thing made in Canva. That is a photograph that the Mr. X made specifically for this show. I don't know whose head that is. That's just something that was in Canva. That's a stock footage. I'll probably get some kind of notice now from StreamYard. That little thing at the opening that I always use for the Mr. X News Network? That little song, the little jingle or whatever, sounds like a news show. I got a notice from last show from YouTube saying that that's, like not a copyright strike, but I can't use that. Well, that song, just like that one that I play at the beginning of this one, which I think is called Hitman, those are all public domain songs. I mean, they're all over YouTube. And I emailed them back and I said, what the fuck? What is this? What are you talking about? No. And I haven't heard from him since. There's the Mr. X, getting large with the pyrotechnics, the cold spark machine. That will be coming more soon. Purple Monkey. That's right. And then, of course, Texas Grandy, you did have something else sent to you. You asked for some new Mr. X photos. And so you wanted to make some kind of a Canva, or I don't know if you're making AI videos. These have been sent to you now. Mr. X doing the high school yearbook pose. And then different lighting. Mr. X trying to be cute. Look at me. I'm cute. I'm funny. I got like a big smile on my face, but then I forget, you know what? I got a fucking mask on. So what does it matter if I'm smiling? But here, this is I'm cute. And this is I'm serious and a news anchor, And this one is look at me. Look at me. Look at my untan arm. But that's off a screenshot. Pyrotechnics coming soon. Johnny Yarbrough had a show the other night. It was nice to catch up with him and Mean Green. They're very nice people. I like PZ too. AKA Paul Zed is his name. People know him. Oh, yeah, look at me, Rainbow Mountain. Look at that. Yeah, holy bejesus. Yeah, you know what? How you doing? I know you're into the Mr. X. I know you want the Mr. X. I know you want to touch the Mr. X's body. And, if that's really a picture of you, I don't know if that's... We see this a lot on YouTube where Michelle, what's up? Where we see people, and sometimes there's Michelle. We like Michelle. She's a very nice woman. Where we see, sometimes we don't know. This could be her. It could be your daughter. We've seen that a lot. No problem with that. But either way, she's into me. Doesn't matter if she's 60 or 30. You know what I was watching again? Speaking of 30, I'm going to call Jim here in a second. I was looking for something real light to watch the other night. Obviously, I'm not going to watch anything on YouTube with all the hatred. All that fucking hatred. I ended up turning on Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know if some of you guys are probably older than me. I mean, that movie came out like the year I was born, and I've seen it before. What a fun fucking movie. I've seen it years and years ago. It's like $4 or $5 million. Not even that much of not that big of a budget of a movie. And it made like 126. It made like a ridiculous amount. Burt Reynolds just charisma-ing it up. Sally Field, Burt Reynolds 41 in that movie. Sally Field 30, 29, 30. She looks great in it. She's a lot of fun too. And then what's his name? Jackie Gleason just hamming up the entire thing. I don't think there was a fucking script. I read something online that Burt Reynolds spoke to the director, who's a really known stunt guy, like a stunt legendary guy named Hal Needham. He directed it. Obviously, look at all the stunts in it. And they had a script for it, and Burt Reynolds said, this is the worst fucking script I've ever read in my life, but I'll do it. And they kept it light. I say there's no script. You could tell 70s movies are kind of like this, but they'll talk over each other. It's not like one person talks, the other person talks. It's almost like they're talking over each other at the same time, which is pretty amazing. That means it's loose and, the script. They're having a good time. And if they're having fun making it, I feel like this about our shows too. If we're having fun, hopefully you guys are having fun. It can go for anybody's show. You can kind of see it. You can kind of comes through on screen or audio or whatever it might be. But Blue Diamond says, I love Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah. I know that's like a Southern movie and, but it's such a basic plot and it's just so much fun. I miss old Hollywood. Well, the thing is, that wasn't Hollywood. That was shot in Georgia, just real basic, real fun. And this is back at a time, Rainbow Mel, where a man could be a man. You could be 41, 45, maybe in the Mr. X's case, 47. And you could have a love interest that's 25. That's when a man was a man. Now I know Sally Field was 29, 30 during the filming of that, but whatever. She's a lot of fun. I've started reading about the end of Jackie Gleason's life. And, man, he just a guy who didn't take care of himself. He's the kind of guy who had cancer, didn't tell anybody about it. And a great actor, though, great talent. What do you think about Rob Zombie's movies? Here's the thing I like about Rob Zombie's movies. You asked, you're going to get a question. I won't try to give you too long a question. I'll try to answer in under 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm going to call Jim. he shoots a lot on Super 16 millimeter. The short answer is I like them. They're a little hardcore. Don't forget the movie Devil's Rejects was filmed right before the chunk, the beginning era of Live Evil Samurai Priest. Shot on Super 16. We shot on Super 16. They had Ken Foray. We had Ken Foray. Ken Foray plays the pimp in Devil's Rejects. You know, he puts his wife in the movies. He never uses his own music. So, you know, they're kind of campy 70s movies. I'm not a fan of House of a Thousand Corpses, the first one, but Devil's Rejects. I will tell you a story about Halloween, which, by the way, Ken Foray, who's in Samurai Priest, is also in Halloween as a trucker in that movie, fights Michael Myers. But some of the other ones, you know, the later ones that he did, yeah, they're okay. I mean, I think he's a good director. I think he's entertaining. Am I going to watch his movies all the time? No, but have I seen them? Yes. I think I like the Devil's Rejects the most. Now, I tell you a quick little story. You know, since you're talking about Rob Zombie, you know, and I just don't give a fuck. You know, I just don't give a fuck. You know, you hear people say that all the time, but they don't really tell you anything that's really interesting or unique. They just have that attitude like they're Eminem. There is a kid, Eric, who played the young Michael Myers. He's got blonde hair, okay? He's got blonde hair. His name's Drake French or something like that. And so Halloween was already out, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was already out because we wouldn't know who he was. And we were looking to cast a young samurai priest. And I'm like, okay, well, don't forget, he was still a kid at this point. He was like a year or two removed. So he still literally looked the same as he, maybe a little bit older than he did in when he played the young Michael Myers. So we put a casting call out there for a kid, and we're looking to double Thomerson when he's younger. If you ever seen the movie, the flashbacks of Thomerson, but it would be weird that, you know, the samurai priest character has his short hair, then all of a sudden now he's got long blonde hair. And then then you look into it, is this kid, is he a name? I mean, we know he was in a big movie, but, you know, or does that look like fanboy by putting him in? So we held auditions. Mr. X runs the auditions, right? I love running the auditions. One of my favorite things about doing this is I try to work with them. I remember one time I had this real hot chick who wanted a part. Literally in the middle of audition, other women and other people were in there, but I was running it, but they don't realize like I'm the mastermind behind the whole thing. Just like you guys didn't realize at first that I'm the mastermind behind the OTT. But she came and like sat on my lap, started like caressing me. I mean, this was almost assault. This was almost SA, you know, but she, nonetheless to say, she got the part later on. But it wasn't SA, but it was pretty crazy. I've never had anybody do that in audition, but I was like, you know, maybe she did know that Mr. X was behind it. But Katie, we'll get to you in a second. What's up? How you doing? So here's the ending of the story. This is why I say I don't give a fuck. I get a call from Drake French's parents. Well, he wants to audition. He's interested. It's a SAG film, yada, yada, yada. But he's not going to come in. You could just talk to him on the phone. This kid's like 7 or 9 or something like he's a fucking celebrity. I understand he's got an awesome part. Like it's cool. I said, no, you come in. This is before auditions were really being taped. A lot of them are taped now. All of them are taped. So you know, like if you're just going to give an initial reading, you tape an audition, you send it in. They say, hey, can you come in one time? Jim's coming up right now. So his parents didn't want him to come in for the audition. I'm like, fuck that. So I ended up hiring somebody else. But you asked about Rob Zombie. That's my Rob Zombie story. Thank you very much. Here's Jim. Jim, what's going on?
Sorry, Mr. X. I had a very, very important conference call with something that's going to be going on for Friday's Crab Leg Friday show. This Crab Leg Friday show might be one of the biggest we've ever had. This is going to be absolutely insane. And I'm going to come up on camera here in a minute.
Okay.
But there is a lot of shit going on right now.
What's going on? You told me to do a live, and next thing I know, it's fucking 22 minutes away.
Somebody called me at about 8:58, and I did not want to miss the call. And I've got something very important set up for Tuesday. Good to see everybody in here. Cheryl Datillo, who was, by the way, Cheryl, it's good to see you in here. Barbara Buffalo, Blue Diamond, Queen of the OCC. Donkey Dick is here. The numbers are going to start to rise. Good to see Cheryl Datillo in the chat, considering she was very, very dry on Crab Leg Friday. Extremely dry. So was queen of the OCC, living in that trailer, I would think you'd be saving a few shekels to send this way. Mr. X, there are some major announcements. Have you mentioned anything that I told you off the air about the
I have not. I just said that, it's sounding like very soon that it's time, but I haven't said who it's time with or their gender. It looks like a male here, but I said there's been new information since then. And of course, Jim, everybody's talking about the new Mr. X photos. Did you hear about this?
What are the new Mr. X photos?
This is my high school yearbook. Like, hey, look at me. I'm serious, but yet casual and cool. And then this is, look at me. I'm cute, funny, adorable. Like me, send me a Cash App type thing.
Right. Good. I like to see those. You know what I mean? By the way, you now officially have more live viewers than Angel Gotti has. Let me also state this. There is some really bizarre shit going on. So, I guess Janelle had a show earlier today. Have you gone to her channel? Could you even find it?
I have not, but I could go to it now and see if I can. I guess
she did a video today. There's some weird things that are coming up. Mean Green. I'd like to get Mean Green up here because I don't want to take credit for this. She's actually the one that called me. Should I put the link in the chat, Mr. X, or what?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got to figure out a way that if it's them or not.
Well, we know Mean Green. Mean Green.
Yeah,
here it is. Mean Green, come on up.
And by the way, Jim, as at the beginning of the show, we were testing it out. This poll is still open for people who are joining us. The poll is said right here. There it is in the bottom corner, and you can see people who are voting for it. Will Janelle, and I'll give a very wide berth here. Will Janelle ever have a full-time job for more than a month? Putting 1 yes in chat. 1 is yes, and 2 is no. Right now it's 12-2. The only 2 that have voted yes are me and Mean Green. We're saying, so you could continue to vote. The poll's open, doesn't cost anything. We'll tell you when we shut it down. 1 yes, 2 no. Now, if you're watching this on demand later, don't be a dumbass. You won't be able to vote then. You can only vote as we're live right now. Will Janelle have a full-time job for more than a month? No or yes? And you can see the number that correlates with it. I know we got a lot of idiots here on YouTube that can't figure this stuff out, but our group's smart. But you know what I mean.
I'm going to send it to Mean Green via her email.
Okay.
It's rejecting it in the thing.
Yeah. I think you got to pin it or something like that.
Yeah.
Why did I vote yes? That's a good question, Rainbow Melon. Because I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm hoping. Why do you have faith in Jesus? You do. That's what you were telling me the other day on a show. Now, all of a sudden, you can't have faith in Janelle? Well, I guess Jesus did walk on water and turn wine into water and bread, or fish into bread, or something like that, or whatever the story is. But I guess probably not a fair comparison. But you know what I mean. You got to have a little faith. What's the matter with you? That's right. Janelle and Jesus, probably not a fair comparison. Is that a fucking eyeball? What is that? Yeah. So Katie Company's here. Katie, I don't know if you saw it on the OTT the other day, but there was potentially a little dog, the squirrel sighting. I saw the one. I went up to a little dog. I approached him. I asked him if he would like to receive any nuts from the Mr. X, and he stayed up in the tree. He rejected me. I don't know if it's a little dog or not. I don't know if it's him. We will find that out later.
That's funny because Eric Foss took some nuts to his chin over in Ocala late last night. Mr. X, Mean Green, go ahead and come on up here, Mean Green. This is insane. So can you find Janelle's JoJo show?
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
So we're also starting to get a little bit more clear picture of maybe why she didn't go back to the job. I guess in one of the videos, Cheese brings her phone at her job, and I think people called the job immediately during her show, and she got fired. So Mean Green can explain, so you're not looking at 50 different videos. Mean Green, hurry your black ass up.
Hurry up.
Go ahead.
I'll bring her up. Hold on. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. I have my finger on the remove just in case somebody was trying to pretend to be you. Okay, go ahead.
Mean Green, what happened today and where can we see this? Tell us what happened. Tell us about, because I got to take a piss here. Tell us about your phone call to me today, what you saw today, and then we're going to go watch this live here.
Okay, so Janelle was over in Johnny's chat last night and wished him
Yes.
best. So I thought, oh, it's only nice if I go over to hers and just, wish her the best and thank her for being at Johnny's. And I go over there and I see she just had a new video. So I play it
Is it this
and
one here?
yes, that one there.
Okay.
And it just shocked me. So I called Jim immediately and he called me back. And if you play it, you will also be shocked.
Okay, Janelle, we're going to play it. Obviously, this is fair use. We're going to stop it every so often, but we'll bring it back up because Jim has not seen this. For people who don't know, Janelle, as this lady here on the left, has been part of our show for a long time. She lists Jim as her only emergency contact. Sometimes we're hard on her, but she's a homeless lady who's been trying to get a job. We've seen when we first met her, she wasn't homeless. She's had some trials and tribulations with her mom. We've delivered food to her. I mean, we think overall she's a nice lady. There's some things goofy, but everybody's a little goofy sometimes. This man is a man named Cheese on the bottom right that looks like Ric Flair a little bit. But they're high school sweethearts, allegedly. I don't know. He was like in his 30s and she was like 17, but they got together. Janelle left Vegas, went to Arizona, and met up with this man. Now, we were told and sold the bag of goods that, this man had his own place and this and that. He's homeless too. Okay. So, I mean, but they're happy together, and hopefully 2 is better than 1 and they could work together on something. That's what I'm hoping for. So here is the information. Let's see if Jim, I heard a beep there. Jim's back up here. So it's the second one here. Let's see what it is. So this is Janelle from earlier today that Mean Green saw. Let's play it and let's see. And I'm seeing this for the first time with you guys. Now, don't forget, Janelle also shaved her head on the show. In the top right corner, you can notice the StreamYard logo. That means it's a free StreamYard. She's not paying for it, but AKA broke. But here we go.
No, I know this is not going to be a very happy life right now.
I might need to put the closed captioning on for this. I can't understand what the fuck she's saying.
So as you can see, I am out and about. We were having a good day until she started having some chest pain and some change.
So she said she was out and about. They were having a good day. And then all of a sudden, Cheese started having some chest pains.
Pains in his side. So we just had to take him to the hospital. And because we're not married, I cannot go with you.
Oh, she puts a cig in her mouth. So Cheese was taken to the hospital. She was not allowed to go with him because obviously they're not married. She's worried about her health. Then she puts a cig in her mouth. It's fucking ridiculous. Nothing says better that I'm worried about your health than smoking a cig that was probably picked up off the ground. Here we go.
I know my hair is a mess. I'm just upset right now. And I barely know my way around. So now I'm going to have to try to find my way back.
Wait a minute. She says she barely knows her way around? I told her before she left Las Vegas, Janelle, you need to look up where Cheese is at, where the homeless shelters are at, where all these things are at on the internet. It's not like you got a job or a kids or an elderly parent to take care of or anything. Look up everything. So if you're ever, disenfranchised, well, already, or disconnected with him, you're set up. Oh, of course I will. I will do it. I will do it. She got cigarettes. See, Janelle, I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, this is tough love. This is exactly why people are voting no. Will Janelle ever have a job for more than a month? Yes, 1, no, 2, voting still open. So Janelle,
so I'm sorry, I had to step away because there is some major news that just came up to me. A major hater was caught in some small show and accidentally turned their camera on and revealed who they really are. An alt that has been fucking with us for years turned on their camera and it was caught, and I just got the link. I'm forwarding it to myself right now so I don't lose it. And this is fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. We're going to get to that. So, okay, so she's here. She's doing this JoJo show. How many people were actually watching this Janelle?
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking right now, and as I'm bringing it down.
Mean Green saw it. Mean Green, how many people were watching this? 4?
There were 4 views total.
Yeah,
and
there's
that-
14 views now. 4 hours ago is when it's streamed live.
Yeah. There were 4 views when I viewed it.
So it's on a free StreamYard, so it obviously was live. Maybe nobody saw it. By the way, 112 just a moment ago. So anyway, let's continue on here.
So this is going to be interesting to see if I could do
This
this.
is as
I
loud
was
as it'll
so
go.
high, nobody would answer, so I had to call them. I called them, but that is what's going on.
Look at those fucking fingernails. We told her to cut them. You're going to go and work with people's foods with nails like that?
My God. That, you know what that is? That's feces. That's fucking from her wiping her ass and breaking through the toilet paper like what happens to Adele.
You know, you know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen that movie Dracula with the one with Gary, what's his name? Oldman? Yeah,
Oldman.
with his fingers, when he's Dracula, his fingers are like all old and crinkety. That's what that looks
Yeah.
like. Sickening. Here we go. It's hard. I got it as loud as it can be because it's windy and you can't hear it very well.
I looked that I hope it's okay. I have to go. And,
Now, Jim, just as we're waiting here, I'm going to pause it and jump in again. She did say earlier that she does not know the area and she doesn't know how she's going to get back because Cheese is not with her. And I told her before she left, you should have fucking searched the area.
Where's Cheese? I mean, what's going on here? Cheese had a heart attack, right?
Heart attack and chest pains. Yeah, she had some kind of thing where they put him in a hospital or an ambulance. She couldn't go with him because she's not married to him. She says it at the beginning and is taken away. It's not good.
Do they show any of it?
No, this is all that you see. She puts a cig in her mouth at the beginning. And I mean, we're about a minute in of a minute and 38, minute 43. Here we go. Here's the rest of it.
then go to the shelter first, and then I will see if I can try to find my way to the hospital so I can see him. I mean, he was really
She said she's going to try to find her way to a hospital to see if she can see him.
She is looking more baboonish, as Mean Green calls it. I mean, she is starting to look like a monkey.
I was going to say look like a head at Easter Island. I mean, right now.
Holy fuck. Why the long face over there, Mean Green?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You know,
Sorry.
Cheese is he's not terribly old. I mean, he's, let's say, under 60, maybe 57, 55.
Well, something's going on here.
Yeah, you don't start having heart attacks and homeless and can't, you know, and we'll get to what you're going to talk about later. I won't say it, Jim, but can't make any little bit of money if you're not on fucking drugs continuously.
Now, there's another video she does an update.
Okay, and I saw that. We're going to play that next. Here it comes. Here comes the rest of it. We're about 20 seconds left on this. Okay, so that's it.
Is she mad because she doesn't know how to get home? Is she mad because he had a heart attack? Like, does she get into, because we're going to call her here in a minute. Does she get into what the heart attack is?
Well, here's not in that video. I mean, the audio gets worse and worse as we get into that video. Like you could hear a little bit in the first 30 or 40 seconds. But Eric Foss says he thinks she looks like Mr. Miyagi. Fucking asshole. Okay, anyway, so here is now the next video,
In the
Jim.
back of Eric Foss's head looks like a Cadillac seat. I don't understand what that means.
So now here's the next video. And this is fucking
that
gross.
looks like a rape. I'm not going to say the word. That looks like a grape.
That looks like a turtle coming out of a shell.
Oh,
It's fucking gross. What's the purpose of showing this?
you know they don't brush their teeth. Like, you know that.
Aww. Oh.
I mean, it's nice they have each other and all that, but her meal ticket might have just went to the hospital.
Who looks at this picture and says anything other than this is a disaster? Like let me give everybody a couple of nickels worth of free advices, okay?
Yeah.
You pukes out there that put your kids prom photos all over the internet, and your daughter is 5'9", 260, and her fucking date is like 5'7", 130, and she looks like Grimace, and he's some fucking little puke. Or your daughter's like, this hot 18-year-old piece of ass, and she's with some big black guy at a fucking prom. Like, you do realize nobody is looking at that and is happy for you. Like, people are tearing those pictures apart.
They're talking to their wife or boyfriend or husband.
Oh,
like, did you see that?
Look at Stacy's daughter's fucking tits with the stretch marks on them. What a whore.
Right.
Look at how fat her daughter got. That's all that shit is. So anyways, long story short, this is a 50-year-old version of that. Nobody's looking at this and saying, "Oh, I'm happy for them." They're like, they're fucking homeless. Like, there's diseases going on there. He's obvious. How does he have 2 children? Imagine if he was your father. Imagine this is your dad. Cheese is your dad. Now, it was bad enough that he didn't have a job. He doesn't have any money. He's who he is. He was 26 banging 15-year-olds. Okay, there's one of them. He is who he is. But now your dad is homeless, and he's with Janelle. And he has a son that's a senior in high school. And we're going to get to a little bit of this, not tonight, but later on Tuesday on Jim Terry TV. There's a whole story with this guy we just found out about. But I've never seen anybody who's not on drugs, not an alcoholic, but is homeless.
Right. Which leads me to believe that there is drugs.
And and we've talked to him. He's a nice enough man, but he's obviously slow. There's something. He has whatever she has. We don't know what she is. She's not retarded, right? Like Christine Fortunato's retarded.
Right.
She doesn't have Asperger's or whatever the fuck that peanut allergy bullshit is. So I don't know what's going on here, but whatever it is, he has the same shit.
And you know what? It's funny because Rizman hit the nail on the head. I was about to say this. I wonder who is going to pay for his medical care. No, you know who's going to pay for it, Rizman?
Me.
Go be a police officer. Go risk your life. I know your family's going to be worried. You pay for it. Why these people fucking sit and do nothing? Mr. X, entertain the world. Produce your ass off. Have shit filed on you. Weirdos trying to track you down. You pay for it, Mr. X. I mean, that's what this is. And then meanwhile, in California, they're talking about having a wealth exit tax. Fuck you. Good thing I'm not a billionaire yet.
We'll get into that later. All right. Listen. So this is disgusting enough. So, okay, let me hear this second part. Mean Green's all over this. She's hooked. Thank you, Mean Green, for the $3 coming in. It has been extremely fucking dry over here. I mean, I don't even see a super sticker near a super chat anywhere.
There's been 7 of them so far. We're going to get to them. Do you want to get to them now before we get into this?
No, I'm not impressed.
I am. It's going to me. Broke. Cheese definitely gets high, according to Eric. I mean, we have police officers here. We have a lot of different people here who are experts. Eric Foss is an expert in getting high and shitting in basements. Here we go.
All right. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm a little bit calmer now. I have my camera off because I am walking back to the shelter, and then after that, I'm going to meet him at the hospital. So I gotta let them know what's going on in case he gets admitted and he doesn't come back tonight. So curfew is at 9. I will, if they admit him, I'll definitely be back here by 9 o'clock.
So here's the thing. I would assume that being admitted to a hospital would be better than being in a homeless shelter. That's number one. Probably the food's better too, because at least feed you. He ain't fucking paying for it. So we know Janelle's been in a hospital 3 or 4 times. I think we figured it out. I mean, I don't know if Jim's ever been in a hospital, but maybe once. I mean,
no. She's been to the hospital over a half a dozen times.
Wait, it gets better.
Okay.
So my thinking is, well, we'll get to my thinking here in a bit. Let's just play it.
Euthanasia.
This curfew, but we were just out and about, and he was complaining of his side hurting, and then he was holding his chest, and then he was saying that he couldn't breathe. And I kept telling him, do you want to go to the hospital? Do you want to go to the hospital? And with his stubborn ass, he kept saying no. But when we got to 24th Thomas, it was like, yeah, we need to go. So because we're not married yet, they went.
What yet? Huh?
I don't have shoes, but I have a marriage license.
She doesn't even have a bra.
Animals.
Oh my God. And why don't you just go to the hospital like you're gonna go and get some mouthwash and brush your teeth? Like, it's just, this is what pisses me off, and Rizman could probably, if I were to go to a hospital, they'd be like, Mr. X, we don't take your insurance here. Go across town. That's probably what would happen to me. These people just pop up wherever the fuck they want to.
Right.
Janelle's been in the hospital more times.
I would have to be paralyzed before I went to the hospital. This motherfucker,
I just know, Jim, she's been in a hospital more times. Well, the two of these have been in a hospital more times in the last year than you and I combined in our life.
It's because of people like her and Mean Green that use the hospital as a pharmacy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't go to the hospital. They can't do anything for me.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
even bother.
Mean
Keep
Green,
going.
Mean Green didn't go to the hospital and had her son hitting her arm with a Bible so she could get rid of her monkey knots.
That's right. It's a Bible thumper, sis. You hit it with a Bible.
Here we go. This is 8 minutes and some change.
Let me go with him. So I was freaking out a little bit because, without him, I don't know. I'm still new here. I've only been in Arizona for 2 months. So
Hold on. She's been there 90 days. She's walked to a park. She takes the transit system. I mean, how lost can you be being homeless where she's at when you can only walk to where you're going?
This is exactly why we asked why she isn't even really qualified for anything than a busser. And mostly like 15-year-olds do bus jobs, picking up plates and taking them back to the dishwasher. This is why she's not qualified. 2 months, Jim. Before I left from LA to go to New Orleans, I researched it and said, okay, where are the streets at? This and that. How can I drive around without the freeways? How can I do this? Where's everything filming at? Where are the Goodwills? Where is everything at? Where are the grocery stores? What's the cheapest grocery store? Everything. Assuming like I'm going into the area and I had money, but assuming that just in case things got bad and I would have no money. Jim, I even went to the extent of, and you were there at the beginning, where I'm like, okay, is my place close enough that I can walk to a McDonald's and get on the internet if I don't have internet yet? And maybe download some Amy Reed work, that I can take back to my place. Hello? Okay, here we go.
don't know my way around Arizona yet, but thankfully I made some friends at the shelter.
Where would she make her way around Arizona? Make her way around Phoenix? Where she need to go? The fucking Capitol building? I mean, where is she? Where the fuck does she need to go?
I mean, I have seen the map of where these incidents have happened and the map that they were, they got their stuff stolen and, we kind of know where the dead body was. All this stuff happened to them in the last 2 months. And I know the Sky Harbor Airport is right below that. I know there's a movie theater right above that to like the northeast. And that's just looking at the map once. Now, I don't know what homeless shelter they're in, and I don't want to know because, then other haters will find out. She mentions it's bad news. But, I kind of generally know that area. You're at a fucking park by one of the biggest airports in the Southwest. How the fuck do you not know where you're at?
This is exactly why you don't see hot chicks in this situation. You know what I mean? This is a absolute commercial. Like if Janelle's never going to be a hot chick. Like she was never going to be good looking. She was always going to look like baboonish, She never had a shot. But if 20 years ago she would have said, you know what? I'm going to get a gym membership and I'm going to kill it in the gym. I'm going to spend 3 hours a day in the gym. I'm going to lift weight. I might have a face that's a 1.5.
Right.
But I'm going to have a body that's a 9 and I'm going to save my money up and get some big tits. You know what I mean? I'm going to get some double D's, like some Adele titties. She could go from a 1.5 to a 5, and she'd get some fucking guy that looks like cheese who's a chiropractor. I mean, if she had like a killer body, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right. Like, hey, I can control what I put in my mouth as far as eating. I'm going to eat a little bit healthier. I mean, I'm going to stay away from carbs, and I'm just going to, I don't have anywhere to be. I'm just going to go to the gym. I'm just going to live at the gym. I could take a shower there. I could, get on the internet there. I can meet people there. And she's got a body. Kind of like Danielle, if she could at least do that. Nope. That would take effort.
right. Let me give you an example of the kind of body I'm talking about right here.
Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah. And these aren't bad pictures. Here is a chick that is very average looking, but she did what she needed to do. She got the titties, and she's not a very pretty lady in the face, but you get a body like that, all of a sudden you become a much better looking woman. Like Danielle is a solid 3.5, 4 with the eyebrows and the pale skin. She's translucent and all that, but she got them bolt-ons. That takes her to a 5.5. You're going to get a Puerto Rican gangbanger to give you a second look. Like this lady right here. You're telling me if Janelle couldn't have that body, if 25 years ago she started living in the gym, her life would be and she could find some fucking douchebag like Equalizer to take care of her. You know what I mean?
Right. But then it's easy to say, well, why not just spend that time with a job? Why not spend that time, brushing your teeth?
She's never going to be able to make the kind of money at a job. What job is she going to make $100,000 a year in?
Well, this goes back to the Lacey H thing that I talked about before in the past. And this is not to, I'm using her as an example, not to trash talk or anything. She's an attractive woman. I think everybody can, agree with that. We haven't seen her in a long time, but I'm assuming she probably still is. She gets it depends where you're at. She's in Vegas, she's in LA, and I'm talking about Janelle now, and she gets a job as an assistant at a law firm or just something like, hey, monkey, put these files in this cabinet. Hey, organize this on the computer. Lick this stamp. Stuff like that. When
these guys come into the showroom here at BMW, go ahead and walk them over there to the coffee and water. Offer them something. If the phone rings, transfer it to number 3. Cunt.
Right, like a mutant can do that, but that's all it would take. And I hate to minimize women to relegate them as some kind of half slave, but this is what it is. This is what her life is right now.
And I know they shot her to the moon one time. That monkey that went to the moon, a lot of people think is Janelle. But go ahead. I got to hear the rest of this.
How to get back. And now I'm going back. And now after I go to the, I see it up ahead. So after I get back to the shelter, let staff know what's going on, I'm going to head to the hospital. So he gave me the room number that he's in.
Jim, do you know the hospital he's in?
No, I haven't called her yet.
Okay. And I'm not trying to be mean to her. I'm just trying to be fair in what I think. I'm not trying to bullshit or placate anything. I'm just being honest here.
Can you imagine if this was you?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Not saying, hey, Mr. X has, the movie released on Amazon Prime 2 days ago. Congratulations. Our people will say that. Oh my God, it's all over the place. Oh, it's releasing via the second biggest streamer on the 24th. It sucks. Sucks. Let me go review it and say it sucks. Well, to be better, you got to be better than somebody.
For those of you that don't know, last week I had a health scare myself.
What? She had a health scare? Do I know about this, Jim?
I was waiting.
Sounds like
I didn't know anything about this.
Nope.
Yep, keep going.
My right side, my left side of my mouth was hurting really, really bad for about a week. And then this past Easter weekend, I felt a lump in the left side of my mouth.
What?
A what?
A lump?
Yep.
From what shit are they doing?
Of her mouth.
Yeah, this is what people are saying.
No clue.
Yep. I have no idea. I mean, you know the situation going on with Johnny, but Johnny's chronicled everything that's going on with him, and like she's continuously been sick.
I've been around athletes. I've been around athletes my entire life: football players, college athletes, guys that played college ball, pro ball. They played in the NFL, whatever. And I have met more people that get fucking injured and need shit here than any of these guys that played like in Alabama or for the New York Jets. I mean, look at Johnny Yarbrough, fucking gallstones, all the shit with his teeth and all that stuff. Janelle, what she's going on here. These motherfuckers can't feel their toes. I mean, how about Bob? And Bob's got money. Bob with the fucking back and the fucking diabetes and the fucking.
I mean, Bob, in his defense, he is much older than
homeless. Lumps. I mean, who was it that had to get? They had an infective salivary gland. The chick in the wheelchair, Michelle.
She was here earlier. I mean, at least in coming to Michelle in Bob's defense, Bob is older and Michelle has her, handicap. You know what I mean? At least that's understandable. I don't have.
Mr. X, they're not getting diseases and shit that normal people. They're getting shit that nobody's had since like the 30s. Like
tuberculosis and shit.
Right. Like they're getting shit. They're getting shit like fucking measles. Who the fuck?
Scurvy.
Shingles.
It's shingles. Who the fuck is shingles? And it's not like you're getting shingles at 82 years old. Oh, I couldn't come on YouTube. Why? What happened? You had a car wreck? No, I got shingles. You're 27.
I was not 27. I was 50.
Well, no, we know other. You're not the only one that's got. There's somebody. I don't want to say her name here, but she was saying she had to go off YouTube because she had fucking shingles. She's 40.
Oh. No, there's Bob. Hi, Bob. Bob's back.
71 and a half. Also want to say hello to Dana Nicole. She's here too. For the people who are coming in, just to kind of let you know, we're talking about the Janelle situation. And there is an ongoing, we're going to keep talking about this. This is a new feature in StreamYard, Bob, if you haven't been on StreamYard in a little bit, but will Janelle ever have a full-time job for more than a month? Voting still open. Yes, number 1, put 1 in the chat and it'll populate. Put 2 in the chat if you don't think she'll ever have a full-time job for the rest of her life for 1 month. Doesn't cost you anything. It's not taking any of your information. So we're just a new feature in StreamYard that we're trying out here. But will Janelle ever have a full-time job more than a month? 1, yes. 2, no. I think the only 2 yeses are me and Mean Green.
How about that douchebag that's on Angel Gotti's show, Chicky? They literally pumped 24 fucking gallons of fluid out of his body. How is that? My car doesn't have 24 gallons of fluid in it. How the fuck? I mean, it's not even like these people got good diseases. Like, and Bob isn't a filthy guy.
No.
Bob's not living on the fucking street. You know what I mean? I mean,
he does have a shopping cart in his place, or he did. I don't know. Maybe.
But Bob, and Bob, I think a lot of his problems are because of the career he had sitting down, and you know what I mean? Maybe
right.
Okay, but who else did we just have on here that's got some weird shit?
Who was the person that had the giant sore in their hand and they had to keep draining it? Who was that? Is that you, Mean Green?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
That's the ganglion cyst.
Ugh.
But I don't have it drained. I just pop it with a Bible.
Let me give you an example. Let me tell you somebody who is educated. We all know Belvie. Belvie's a fucking nurse. She was a emergency room nurse in New York City. And her head won't stop growing. What kind of shit is that? How does that still exist? That's like some shit you see where you see these people from India and they come over for like an A&E True Special and it's like some fucking 4-year-old and his head's the size of a car tire. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Belvie can't feel her right hand and she's got gigantism only in her head. What the fuck?
So it's only in her head?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Her gigantism is not like Andre the Giant. Everything was big. Right.
He just never stopped growing.
Right. his teeth didn't grow. That's why he's got those little corn teeth. But there's some people that have gigantism. There was a wrestler named the Fallen Angel. I think he was a wrestler in the 50s. He had what Andre the Giant had, but it only affected his head, his hands, and some of his parts of his body. He's actually what they based Shrek off of. Him and the comedian. What was his name? Chris Farley. If you look up the Fallen Angel, he was a wrestler. He's probably black and white. He looks like a monster out of a Dracula movie. He was a professional wrestler like in the 50s. He has the kind of gigantism that Bellevue has. That's why Bellevue's got that big old stony jaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, so I think the medical term is acromegalia. And what happens, we've seen guys like Paul White, the Big Show, or the Great Khali, who are both professional wrestlers who have it. It's some kind of tumor on the pituitary gland that makes them continuously grow. If you take that pituitary tumor out, then it stops. And typically what happens is the person just gains weight, So go ahead.
Mr. X, and the people that are sick here on YouTube, and I get it, people get older, but the people that should have diseases and should be ill and should be battling this stuff are fucking healthy as a horse. Let me give you an example. Somebody that should at least have herpes is Eric Foss.
Minimum.
Eric Foss should have herpes.
If he doesn't have HPV, it doesn't exist.
Right. If Eric Foss has never had chlamydia, you can stick your cock anywhere you want.
Right.
I mean, he's fucking. have you seen the whores he's fucked on the internet?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Eric Foss is proof. I mean, maybe at some point we'll have Eric Foss on the show, or he could tell us, because we're doing this subject right now. But I guarantee he's probably never had an STD in his life. That means that you could probably go to Thailand and fuck a hooker and get nothing.
Eric Foss is never going to need a knee replacement. He's never going to have his spine fused together.
Right.
He's never going to have diabetes. He's like a sewer rat that just is healthy.
He's gonna wrestle a gator and win.
Yeah. Eric Foss is never, ever, ever gonna be in a wheelchair.
He's gonna wrestle that gator and pin it.
Eric doesn't have a googly eye. He can feel his toes. Eric Foss is never gonna come on a show and be like, my blood sugar's a 194.
He's gonna be like, it's 82. Fight
now,
me.
Eric Foss has got a whole other set of fucking problems in his life. You know what I mean? I'd rather have diabetes and do 20 years in a federal prison, but what do I know?
All right, let's see the rest of this, because there are cash apps coming in I'd like to read here in a bit, but we got about 6 minutes left of this, or whenever we stop it.
And I got scared, so I went to the hospital on Easter Sunday, the same one that he's at, and it just turned out to be a cyst, and they had to drain it. And
oh my God, an Easter bunny cyst.
Imagine you're a nurse, okay, or a doctor. Okay, hold on, Mean Green. You know where I'm going. Mean Green can see this coming like a plane on a runway. Imagine you probably come over from India. You learn the language. You're in Phoenix, okay? Life is hard enough being an Arab or an Indian in the United States going through college. Your family's probably all overseas, still living in mud huts. You bust your ass. You go through undergrad at probably some school like Northern Arizona or Arizona State. You got $250,000 worth of college loans. Your dream is to come to the United States and become a doctor. You're able to do it. You finally get out of medical school after 12 fucking years. You're 32 years old. You think you're going to go and be in like Grey's Anatomy, and they stick you in some fucking hospital in Southwest Phoenix. And as if it can't get any worse, you find out you're scheduled to work on Easter. And if that can't get any worse, you're sitting in the room and you think you're going to deal with like a gunshot, you're going to save a baby. Here comes Janelle with some sort of fucking mouth cyst that needs drained.
These women don't get paid enough, these nurses.
Oh my God. And I got to pay a web designer $200 an hour. There's somebody that deserves $400 an hour.
Damn straight they do. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy overcomes, it was probably some Arab guy or Indian doctor. That's all they are now. Hell, I can't even find a truck driver that's white. And,
Trucker girl and her husband.
well, her husband's Arab.
Is he?
I think so. I think it's why she married him. He's a citizen now. So it's just, you know, and he comes over and you got to deal with this fucking schwug.
There it is.
And listen, no insurance, no nothing.
I mean, they go to the hospital like it's nothing.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's a little bit more of this. We're about 2.5 minutes into 8.5 minutes.
And what came out of it?
They drained the cyst. Now they're all kissy. This photo was taken after they drained the cyst.
That really hurt like hell. So I haven't made that public yet up until now.
Are they kissing each other on a park bench? Is that the bathrooms behind them?
Yeah, 100%.
Trying to keep most of my life private where it needs to be, but because of the haters and everything. But it's okay to let you guys in sometimes. But
If your fingernails are that dirty, how dirty do you think her vagina is?
Ugh. Well, I mean, the vagina is supposed to be self-cleaning from what I understand.
Well, not when it's that fucking muddy. And I'll tell you what else. I bet you $1 million this is the type of chick that takes a shit and doesn't wipe. It happens.
Oh, yep. I mean, I'm at the point now, Jim, I won't even go to the bathroom unless I have ass wipes. I carry them with me everywhere I go. I'm not walking around with a muddy asshole. She can't even clean her fingernails. It's disgusting.
Here, you want some more? You want some more muffins from Panera Bread? Let me send Janelle to get them for you.
And that fingernail slides into the side of the muffin, and then all of a sudden you get dirty. And then you know who's paying for it? Rizman.
Right.
Put it on Rizman's bill. Make him pay for it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Rizman's there with his niece celebrating her 5th grade graduation. Fucking Janelle comes over with her fingers in his soup.
I see Rizman as a guy. He's probably working doubles, 12-hour shifts. You know, he's on overtime. He's at the end of the 5 or 6 day work week, already at 70 hours. And then he hears this shit going on.
Right.
That's
Like Tennessee Gambler. Like Tennessee, people fuck with us that we have some kind of weirdo group over here. Tennessee Gambler's a fucking licensed commercial pilot. Like he flies privately too for people. I mean, listen, if you're going to fly executives around, he's not flying around cargo. I mean, even to fly around like a FedEx airplane would be pretty good. This guy's flying around executives and shit. And you go to fucking Taco Bell, and because these assholes won't work, you can't get a fucking Gorditos Crunch on time.
Right. It's disgusting. Here we go. There's more coming here. I have a feeling it's going to get worse.
just a little. Does it smell like cheese? Go away. But of course, here we have, just talk about the haters. Here comes a hater. Last thing I need is to deal with a hater, because I will cuss you the fuck out. So I am going to block you.
All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up a tiny bit.
Yeah, I thought you were. I mean, thank you, Mean Green, coming in $3.
We'll get all the cash apps. Thank you to everybody. I see them all. We're going to get to them in a second.
Okay, so just a widow, you've been blocked. Well, you've just been blocked. So I don't know who you are, but you're not going to come in here with that. I don't know why you keep showing up. So with that being said, I don't need that kind of BS in my chat right now. And I don't have any mods right now, which is fine, because I have a small channel. I was not planning on going live until I figure out how to fix that damn stringer thing. I haven't figured that out yet, but I've got a lot going on. I pick up my badge on Thursday at my new job, and then I start on Friday. And
how long is this job going to last?
I know where this job is, and I'm telling you right now, she won't make it a week. Won't make it 2 days.
Now I have to deal with this and other issues that are going on, which you guys will probably learn about throughout the week. But with all that being said, I'm just thankful I was able to find my way back without getting lost. So that was what I was freaking out the most about in him. I hope he's okay. So I will be just checking in and checking right back out to head back to the hospital.
My question is, she said, we're not married yet, and I don't know what this costs. Does anybody in the chat know what it costs? What does it cost just to do like a basic marriage certificate?
Wait a minute, he's still fucking married.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not divorced that
Yeah.
I've heard. In all the conversations, never has he once said he was divorced. He just left, or he was
I
kicked
mean, isn't
out.
it? Yeah, I mean, he didn't leave; he was thrown out.
By the way, a marriage license in Arizona generally costs, I said certificate, license costs about $98, payable in cash or money order.
How about a divorce? Probably $3,000.
Marriage, so divorce cost in Arizona, filing a divorce, dissolution of marriage, thank you to AI, in Arizona generally costs between $270 and $520 in court filing fees. The initial petition, what's that?
How much?
Between $270 and $520. The initial petition fees are roughly $350 to $411, while the responding costs about $270 to $320. Total costs vary by county and whether a minor children are involved. So it could be $270 to $520. And then there's different prices per county. And I don't know if he's got any minor children or not, but.
So is that everything, Mean Green? Are we all caught up? I'm going to call her.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, go ahead and call her. Do you want me to cut out? I'll go down to the chat.
Yeah, is there anything else? I mean, there's another 6 minutes in there.
Just in the first one where she said she didn't receive tips or anything, she talks about her job. Cheese bought her a phone for when he picked her up from work.
That was before that. Yep.
And she did receive some tips that day, but that's just little stuff, not having anything to do with the chest pains or anything. But she had to be back at the shelter by 9. So that's it. I'll cut down to the chat.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you for the info. Wow, crazy. Thank you, Mean Green. Unbelievable. Something's always going on.
Let me see if I can reach her. Here we go. I got her number here.
Yeah, get her on the phone.
Rainbow Melon will never be sick either.
Welcome to the voicemail.
48. I mean, why wouldn't she pick up?
Yeah, and why would she not have a voicemail? Hey, this is John Smith from XYZ Waffle House. Trying to get a hold of you for the job application. And granted, they don't call it 7 p.m. on Sunday night, but you never know.
Hey, Janelle, it's me. Janelle.
She's here.
Hey, is this Cheese?
Yeah.
Hey, we're just finding out you had a heart attack. What the fuck is going on?
It turns out it's not a heart attack.
What was it?
I'm still waiting on one more test.
What are they testing you for? Tell us what happened.
I had a shortness of breath, and my side was hurting, my right side, and my chest was hurting.
Where were you when you started getting sick? The park?
No, we were on our way back to the shelter.
And have you ever felt like this before? You think it was indigestion, or?
It was a while, but I felt like this maybe about over a couple years ago or so.
So what have they performed on you? What is the hospital saying? I mean, you've been there for a couple of hours.
I had x-rays. They took blood a few times. And they put an IV in you. That's about it. Right now, I'm just waiting.
You're not taking any medicines or anything, are you?
No, only for high cholesterol.
Did you have anything to drink or eat today that might have set something off?
Just soda. And I started I drink like a lot of water today.
Is Janelle there with you?
Yeah, she's right here.
She's in the hospital with you? Is she going to be able to stay there?
Yeah, but they're probably going to release me pretty soon.
Okay, what happened to Janelle? She had some sort of fucking wart in her mouth or something? What's that about?
She had something in her mouth. It was like a cyst or something, they called it.
All right, let me talk to her. This is getting out of control. Well, all right, we're going to talk to you in a second, Cheese, because I'll talk to you in a minute. Let me talk to her.
All right, hold on.
Hello.
What's going on?
Well, nothing except for you just heard from him.
Well, what? I mean, they gave him an ambulance ride. I mean, I got to know what his hospital bill is when this is all done. Probably 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a needle in his arm, and they stuck him in the wrong way. There's like blood all over the bed, and it's disgusting. I don't even want to touch
Well,
it.
text me a couple of pictures of him with the IV.
Send us a picture of that.
Yeah, send us the picture ASAP. I got to see that. I'm gonna send it to Mr. X because we'll use it for the Canva. So he started getting sick, and they gave him an ambulance ride. Did you call his family?
Oh, yes. I called his son, and I was in contact with his son throughout the day until I finally got here to the hospital myself.
Did they even give a fuck?
Ready to get out of here? Oh, they're getting ready to discharge him right now. Yeah, when I got here, his son talked to him.
All right, well, hold on. Get some pictures.
Hold on, Tim. Hold on.
Put the phone on speaker so we can hear.
Okay. And then you have that pain. Sometimes you get. Okay, you still there?
Yeah. What does he have? What happened to him?
It was just probably a muscle pain, is what it sounds like what they're saying. So they're getting ready to release him right now.
Can you take some pictures of him right now in the bed?
Yeah, take some pictures.
Hold on.
Take pictures and call me back. All right.
Oh, this is, I mean, I sounds horrible. I was actually kind of rooting for him to be sick after the fucking ambulance ride.
I was hoping they would say, hey, listen, your arteries are completely clogged. You need a quadruple bypass.
What a bunch of fucking bullshit. He had a soda and it put him in the hospital.
Well, how much do you think that stay cost? 12 grand?
What is a hospital? How much does it cost to stay in a hospital per night?
Well, I mean, you figure he had an ambulance ride. They pulled his blood. He had an IV. I mean, he's going to get discharged. I don't know how the fuck he's going to get home from there. Maybe a bus or something. Who knows what other tests they ran? I mean,
I see the transports anywhere from $940 to $1,300.
Yeah, he probably
just for an ambulance ride.
That's probably a $5,000 to $10,000 bill right there.
Yeah, that's without insurance. Dude, I've never been in an ambulance in my fucking life. Never.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. That's fucking ridiculous.
I remember having knee surgery and still, going home like in the back of a car. Wasn't taken in an ambulance. Before or after. Crazy. Insane. Well, hopefully they call back. We got a minute or two. I'd like to read off some super stickers.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. X. I'll grab her when she calls back.
Rainbow Melon coming in, $5. Super sticker. There it is. Thank you, Rainbow Melon. Mean Green, she was up here earlier. Well, I do, is what it says on there. Do what? Do blowjobs? What do you do? Congratulations, Mr. X, on being monetized. The second ever monetized show. Texas Granny was the first ever super sticker. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate. She's a very nice woman. Everybody likes her. She's been around a long time. Speaking of liking, here's Miss Texas. There she is. Miss Texas super sticker. There's the avatar that I remember from back in the day. She's a very nice woman as well. She loves the Mr. X. She loves Jim. She loves to juggle. I don't know anything about her, so I just made that up. Blue Diamond. I'm over here now.
Good
there
to see
it is.
her back in the swing.
Blue Diamond. Don't forget, she's got the diamond painting, classic painting back in the day from Gina from Minnesota as her avatar. Still has it. Still has the painting. Hopefully she's doing well too. Shannon, a very nice lady with a nice full head of hair with her dad in the top right corner. A feathered look, a more 1970s to early 80s look. She's a nice lady. She's been around a long time. Thank you, Shannon. $5. Also, Katie C., another nice lady. Hello, fuckers. Listening at work. You're working at Sunday night, like at 10 p.m.? And then Bob came in, and Bob, I'm going to have to be careful of showing anything. I mean, I don't want to be totally. I have been listening $10 while playing poker. Here's a few dollars towards you know what for that bitch, is what he's saying. And short of putting it up on the screen, Bob, thank you, Bob. They're just looking for a reason to strike, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Bob, for being here. Also, and Bob's been around a long time, good dude. Also, super sticker. That's Texas Granny, the first ever super sticker, the super mod. She's there. She's reading the book with the kid. She's having a good time. Looks like they're making a snowman. I can't really tell. If I had an online grandmother, it would be Texas Granny, even though she's technically younger than my mom.
Get a picture straight on of his face.
Yeah, get some pictures. Get some footage, too.
All over the fucking place. His little pud prick is hanging out.
We can't show that here, can we?
Oh, my God.
Thank you to everybody for those super stickers.
Ooh,
These might have to be on XNN tomorrow if it's too hardcore.
It's just
because they're ready. They're on Twitter. Team YouTube, Mr. X is being bad again. He's being bad. Let's send it out to all our friends in the Discord. Let's get him. That's what's going on.
I'm going to text it over to you. I'm going to send you one photo. It's coming over right now.
Yeah, send it to the private Mr. X number.
I did. You got to get this up. It's a picture of him in the hospital bed. There's blood everywhere. They've got his shirt up. They're putting a stethoscope on his furry belly. His fucking teeth don't even look real. He looks like he's got one of those Bubba teeth in. And I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
I think we could show this. You know what they're probably saying? You ever seen that movie Ed Wood?
No.
When they put Bela Lugosi in the hospital?
No.
And they're like, you're cured. You don't have a drug addiction anymore. And like secretly the doctors are like, Bela Lugosi doesn't have any health insurance. He hasn't worked in years. Just get him the fuck out of here. And there's like all these people taking pictures of him and all that kind of stuff. And then Ed Wood has to come in. He's like, guess what, Johnny Depp in the movie? You're cured. You're good to go. He goes, I don't feel healthy. Well, it's time to go. Fucking kick him out. Fucking kick him out of the hospital.
Mr. X, $5 just came in. $5 from Bob Farrell. Thank you so much, Bob. Bob came in with the 5.
Oh, this is gross. Hold on, I'm working on it now. Yeah, thank you, Bob, for coming in.
His face.
I'm getting it right now. Well, and Janelle, should realize, basically, she just handed us this content. She should be, all of this, she should be fucking doing on her channel. The shenanigans, the this and that, and then, going to the hospital. She could document all this. I'd be watching all of it.
Right.
You leave $1 on the ground, Mr. X is going to pick it up.
Fucking ridiculous. Bob Farrell coming in $5. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. Mean Green, of course, came in too. Let me
get a banner ready real quick.
See if there's anything. Katie Coppola, $2 the other day. Thank you, Katie. Let me see if anything came in on my PayPal. Probably not. Cheap bastards.
Okay, go ahead. Check it out. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, she thinks it's funny about the bill. You could see that Rizman does not like this. This is why people like Rizman put on the cuffs just a little bit tighter.
Right.
A little bit tighter. It's hurting my wrists. Shut up. Bob, I'm sorry. Rizman, do you have any interest in moving to LA and running for sheriff? We could use you around here. I'd vote for you.
He'd bring back fire hoses.
I don't know about that. I mean, it doesn't sound that crazy. I mean, it's not like he's from Alabama or anything. Okay, so let's check the PayPals. We read off the super stickers. PayPal sent me $1.75 for creating transactions on my PayPal card. Appreciate that. And then the super stickers, super chats, we mentioned all those already. And then, oh yeah, KDC from last night, which Friday night already. I think I've already mentioned that. Jim, you're killing me. I want to see. All right, here it is. We got it right now. You ready to see it?
Yeah, I'm going to send you one more too.
This is a photo of Cheese. Before I show this, though, let me say this. We'll put this up one more time. We're going to close this poll down here in a few minutes. Will Janelle have a full-time job for more than a month? Within about 2 minutes, we're going to close the poll down. 2, no, yes, 1. Right now, we got 18 votes. You can put just the number 1 or number 2 in the chat if you think that Janelle will, yes, have a job, that she will have a job for more than a month at some point in her life, or no. We'll shut down the poll results here in a minute. Now, here it is. Now, I just want to warn those who have a little bit of a squeaky heart or sensitive to blood or anything. I mean, it's not super hardcore that, that you will see something that may make you a little squeamish. This is a hospital video, but obviously this is for our edification. Is that a word? I don't even fucking know. But this is for somebody we know. Obviously, we're having a little bit of fun at his expense, but they are actually releasing him. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. There it is. You could see he's got some disgusting looking sandwich in his waist. And I'm not sure if his jean shorts are just up or that's his prick.
Look at his fucking teeth.
Look at his teeth. And God bless that. I tell you what, that nurse, she better wash that watch. She got 2 sets of gloves on. There appears to be a blood splatter at the bottom of it. This is taken moments ago. You can see Cheese has the wrap around his arms, and he's just affected by, I guess, maybe pulling the hair off his chest.
There is no. Look at his fucking teeth. If you guys can blow this up and look at his fucking teeth, it's like 9 inches of gums and then a couple of little chiclets. They don't even look like real teeth. This is just good old fashioned poverty here.
Yeah. Now this is a show that I like to call "Thank God This Isn't Me."
Like Rainbow Melon's never really going to get sick. Foss isn't going to get sick. Who else? Think of somebody else who's like, yeah, Ice Princess. You see that? Good to see Ice. Where the fuck's Ice Princess been?
I don't know. I think she's still on the OTT as far as I know. Hold on, I'm working on the teeth photo right now.
It's just fucking ridiculous. It's making me sick. Thank you, Bob, for the 5. Bob must
thank you, Bob.
I always root for Bob to win at the cards. That way he sends a little extra something in,
He's making money.
He's trying.
Okay, hold on. I'm working on it. Got to be careful with this stuff, too, because it's very easy to click the end button.
Yeah, and it's YouTube, so we got to be a little bit more tame over here.
Right. Okay, so that you see there's the full view hospital. Let me take down this banner so you can see the full everything that we see. And now, so there's the full. Now I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to blow it up. It's probably going to be full screen here. And the red arrow will indicate the teeth, and it's going to be zoomed in. There are the teeth.
Oh,
it's like Shrek.
I can't see it with that live thing over the top.
Well, I mean, you could mostly see it.
They don't. We'll see. It says live 1 hour 26 minutes.
Well, yeah, you see it because you're within StreamYard.
Okay.
But and what time does her watch say? 11:30. Is that what it says?
I don't know what that is.
That must be from earlier today or something.
No, because she's just taking the phone now. They're letting him go. No, that's
why does her watch say 11:30? It's 7:32.
I don't know. It's a good question.
And you know what? He's probably taking that sandwich to go. It's fucking ridiculous. That sandwich.
That's a $35 sandwich in a hospital.
Yeah. Yep. And this is so ridiculous. This is just everything that's wrong with America. Makes me sick. Sick.
Wow.
All right, we're going to be closing up this poll now. It's time to finish the poll. You can see that it's we're going to close it up. Remember, here's your last chance. Type 1 or 2 in the chat for your decision. If you've already voted, then you've already voted. There are a total of 19 votes. We will close it here in the next minute, and we'll give you the final tally. Will Janelle ever have a full-time job for more than a month? We will see. You know, actually, we have more votes because don't forget, I think the chat is for an hour, right?
Yeah.
You have to be a subscriber for an hour to be in the chat. And there's like 19 or 20 votes. I have never seen Angel Gotti's show have 19 or 20 participants in her chat, ever. Even when she was at her height. And I'm like, this is like excluding mods and all that. So the poll has now ended, Jim. It is now ended. Let's see the final results. Here is the final results. It is the nays have it, 79%. It is 15 people saying no, Janelle will never have a full-time job for more than a month and any time in the rest of her life. And 4 of the people, me and Green were 2 of the 4, will say yes. And I think those are half full type people, glass half full, which of course sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. But it's actually better for the show if she doesn't have a job.
Right.
But,
yeah, if she got her shit together, it would suck for us.
yeah. I mean, we're here as a bonus show. We usually don't come on Sunday night. But it looks like, now Ice Princess is correcting me here. Time looks like 13:20, which is military time, which is 1:30 p.m. standard time. They are in Arizona, and there's some goofy rules about Arizona where they don't celebrate Martin Luther King Day. They don't celebrate Black History Month. They don't celebrate, anything. They don't do daylight savings. So I don't know what the fuck's going on over there.
NBA playoffs are getting ready to start here in the next couple of days. Today's the last day of the season. I like how they did it. They put the games at 6 and 8:30 and flexed them so that teams didn't know they were all playing at the same time, so they couldn't wait and say, "Oh, well, they lost. We'll just sit everybody." A lot of teams are sitting guys, but
you know what they should do? I've thought about this in the NFL and the tanking and all that kind of stuff. They should do it like the NBA with a lottery. The NFL draft would be so much. And by the way, the NFL draft's coming up in Pittsburgh here soon. It would be so much more interesting if and then the people would say there's conspiracy theories, but here's how I would do it. And we'll get back to the Janelle thing. You get so many balls for the draft, depending on what happens. Like the worst team would say get a higher percentage. Okay. But then if you're the worst team, let's just 6 teams, or I don't know how many are in the lottery for the NBA. Let's just say it's 8 or whatever it is. Well, if you have a tie, the tiebreaker would be if you had a winning season in preseason. If you had more wins in preseason, that would be a tiebreaker. So things like that. So you don't you just didn't tank all year. Like now preseason means a little bit more. Even for the lottery teams. A couple like little things to make these games worth a little bit more. That's what I would do. And now nobody could just say, well, I'm the worst team. I'm not going to play anybody the last game. Well, we had 4 preseason games, and we won 3 of them, so it doesn't matter if we have the least. We're going to try to play spoiler this last game and try. That's what I think should happen. And then it would be way more fascinating. But the NFL doesn't want to do it like that. They're too old school that way. Blackwater Bell's here. She says hello to everybody with a dog. Cute little one. Remember that one. Mean Grin says, I have faith, kind of. Well, I do too. Now, Jim, were we going to talk about It's Time or any of this, or is this situation change that about?
No. We'll get to everything at a later date. There's big shows coming up this week on Monday.
Because I kind of made the Canva based on.
No, you're good. Here's the thing.
There it is, right there.
Yeah,
now people are going to say, "What is that?"
This show on Friday is going to be insane. We have somebody that's willing to cut their hair. Here is the part that you did not hear. We're going to get more into this on the OTT on Jim Terry TV on Tuesday behind the paywall. But somebody contacted me. Now listen, I didn't even know this was a thing. Somebody contacted me.
Yeah.
And they said, I will shave my head. And I said, why would you want to do that? Like, I never thought this person would do this. And they said, I need to make money. And I said, well, how much? And they said, $414. I've got to make it by, and they gave me a date. I have to look it up. I think it's like in 2 to 3 weeks. And I said, well, that's, $414 is a weird number. Like, what's that for? And they said, my kid is a senior in high school. By the way, a lot of hater kids are seniors this year. I'm a senior in high school. My kid is a senior in high school. And I just got a note that says that he can't graduate with his class despite having good grades because he owes the school through the cafeteria $414 in lunches.
Ugh.
Now, Rizman's really going to lose his shit. So this person we know who they are. They're on our show.
Yeah.
Contacted me and they sent me the receipt. So not only am I going to call the school and find out about this, but here's my thing. You go to school for what, like 180 days?
Right.
So I don't know how much a lunch is at school. I remember when I was in school, it was like $2. I'm sure it's like $7 now or say, but that's got to be 50 or 60 lunches they never paid for. Why would a school give a kid credit? But if this kid doesn't pay this, he can't graduate with his class, can't go to prom, nothing. So this person is going to shave their head live on our show in order to try to get enough money to help pay it down.
Wow.
So
This is worse than this.
Yeah, and we're going to do Crab Leg Friday first. We're not trying to make $414 for these people. I'll fucking lose my shit. Hold on, Mr. X. I'm getting a call here.
If he
Hello?
makes $14, it's enough.
Michelle, what are you doing? What are you talking about? What are you referring to? We're on Mr. XposeU's channel. You talking about this picture of you? Yeah. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? He's the one that sent it to me. I want to get a picture. Remember when you had that salivary gland that was all rotted out? Michelle, come up on panel. Come up on panel before I give you a smack. I don't need to be yelled at by Michelle.
Yeah, this isn't Johnny Yarbrough's show.
Yeah, what the fuck? Good to see
Well,
Michelle.
here's the thing. Here's the proof of what was being said earlier. She said can't show the photos. They're the ones sharing the photos with us to share with you.
From him, Michelle. I mean, Michelle, what are you, the fucking minister of propaganda?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
I mean, like literally, the next photo I'm going to show you is them. And here's moments ago, breaking news. Moments ago, Cheese has been released from the hospital. Here's the photograph. I mean, looks a little bit like Jerry Sandusky, but I mean, he's sending a photograph to us.
You could just tell by his face there's something wrong with him. Like he looks like him and her look like baboons. They look like monkeys.
I mean, it's not like he's at a comic book convention and somebody's snapping a photo of him across the way. Yeah. He's in a hospital there. That's not the Anaheim Convention Center or anything. Wow. It's not like we're following him around. They're sending us these photos. This is Take Me Home Superman. Is that a free t-shirt giveaway or something?
Friday's show is going to be huge. We'll talk more about it on Tuesday. Mr. X. I mean, just wild shit here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's out of control.
You know, I'm trying to think of somebody else we know that'll never be sick. Texas Granny doesn't have health issues, does she?
Not that I know of. I mean, I think everybody who's got a bigger family, eventually you're going to find somebody in their family that, you know. That,
Rizman's not sick like that. Tennessee Gambler's not sick like that.
Well, you know, we've known these people for so long. I mean, we remember Tennessee Gambler's father got sick, and, you know, people are kind of at the age.
Rizman doesn't have a giant sore in his leg, or it's not like he can't feel his fucking toes.
Rizman's saying it might be 19-20 hours. Yeah, it might be. You know, they got that car, Rizman, in Vegas. They got a classic Hollywood car museum in Vegas, and you can see that car there. I don't know how many there were built, but...
What car?
The Batmobile, the original one.
I went into a place one time. I don't even know how I got into it, and it was a little car museum like that, and they had the Coyote X in there, which I always thought was a cool car. You remember that?
I don't know what that is.
It was from a show called Hardcastle in McCormick.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to be setting up the, XNN and everything Monday through Thursday.
Right, Michelle wants to come up, Mr. X. She's begging. I just got a text from Michelle telling us.
How long is this going to take? Because I got to take off here in a few.
Put it in the chat real quick. Michelle, we're going to give you 3 minutes to come up here, okay? And you better.
Yeah, and if it's all about yelling at us and saying what bastards we are, I mean, nobody's begging you to come up here.
Shit.
No, I don't have to do that. I mean, I want to get something to eat. You know.
Put it. Can you put? I don't even know if we could put it in the chat.
No, it's not letting me.
All right, fuck that. All right, Michelle, why don't you come be a co-host Crab Leg Friday with me?
Yeah.
God, I would pay somebody to give Michelle an enema on Crab Leg Friday. Imagine the shit that's in her body.
And as far as pinning the link, I don't even know how to do that. I know how to do a lot of things that I don't know how to do. Johnny,
you know what's interesting is Georgie Poolstick is in the chat.
Yeah.
And Eric Foss are in the chat. They haven't said anything to each other. Eric Foss.
Yes, they have. They've been going back and forth.
Oh, have they?
Oh, yeah. Maybe an hour ago there. I asked him to stop it.
Just now. Okay, you're right. Yeah, because he thinks Georgie Poolstick is a snitch for SoFlo and him.
Yeah, they were going back and forth. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, can you do that? I mean, Eric goes live all the time. Can you do that over there? Or, yeah. I mean, Eric doesn't let anybody in his chat, but, you know, unless it's like a hater of ours. Of course, we let them go in our chat and say whatever they want to guys who are like Georgie Poolstick, who have been.
Yeah, I go on a show, bring up Betty Hayward. He gets all scared. He's real, you know, Eric Foss got alligator arms.
No, Adele, I don't know how to pin a link. Don't forget, we haven't been on YouTube in years. And I mean, not really. I mean, kind of here and there, but you know, it's not something that's in my wheelhouse. I know a lot about what I know about, and I know nothing about what I don't know about. How about that? So, yeah, they stopped. They've always disliked each other. I appreciate them stopping. I mean, what's that going to do for me? I mean, a lot of drama on YouTube. Who's the hater on cam, Jim? I don't know what Bob means by that.
The fuck you doing back there? All right, Mr. X, what's the schedule for the week? Johnny, congratulations on one more time, and then I'm done here, okay? Hello?
How do
we were going to put the link in the chat, but we got to pin the link and all that stuff. We're going to have you come up on Crab Leg Friday.
Yeah, what?
Get out of here.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
I'll tell you how, I'll send it in the Cash App.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, get your black ass out of here.
Big ups, mate.
There's another guy who missed a big fucking possibility.
Oh, yeah. He could have had a show for a long time. Jim, these are still two. We haven't played these in a while. It's good shit. Good stuff. for the Mr. X. I want to say Sugar Plum says, I am blocked in the chat. I didn't do nothing. I didn't know who blocked. I don't know who blocked you. Who blocked Sugar Plum? Was it me? Well, we'll have to unblock you at another time, Sugar Plum. We're wrapping it up here. I'll unblock you. I mean, and forget, you send in a Cash App for $1. You send 5, maybe they get you unblocked.
Are we ready to bring Sugar Plum back into the OTT as a paid member or no?
I mean, it's something we could discuss. I mean, here's the thing. And I never have anybody who's a viewer tell me what to do. I mean, I don't mind Sugar Plum being here or whatever, but there are some people, and we went over this on Night Owl Network, that for whatever reason, and we might like them, like I really don't have a problem with Sugar Plum. And I've discussed this. There's a show on here called Plum Gone, and I went through the Sugar Plum situation a couple months ago. But there's just some people that went a different route or are just kind of lightning rods. Like Sugar Plum went a different route. Belvy's kind of a lightning rod, and they just aggravate the chat. Kind of Eric Foss is kind of one of them too.
Well, because Eric Foss doesn't put Eric Foss. Well, Eric Foss is like the kind of guy comes over to your party, drinks all your beer, and leaves.
Right, but he's friends with people that are degenerates, that he lets in the chat that shit all over us. But that's the problem with a lot of people. Like, we can't go over there, but they can go, the haters.
Yeah, he won't bring us up on panel. Yeah, he'll let us. Yeah, we would let him come up.
I don't go over there because of that. I'm not going to go over there and battle people in his chat. I mean, we're trying to have a good time over here. Well, we don't talk about haters. So, I mean, that's kind of the issue. Sugar Plum comes in here and she put all her, all the cookies in a jar for Leanne. Don't forget, we did sue Leanne. We did take her and she didn't show up. So let's not forget about that. She opted out. Not something you're going to see us do anytime soon, by the way. So, I mean, that's kind of the thing. Then it pisses off other people. And then these other people who have been here, I mean, I'm just trying to be a businessman here. First of all, I like them. But number two, a lot of these people are longtime contributors. So I'm going to lose that over Sugar Plum. Now, being on YouTube and in a chat, one thing doesn't really matter. But, it's a tough call. Now, if Sugar Plum gave me something, or not Sugar Plum, it could be anybody. Give me the proof of that Discord. Show me that Discord, if it even exists. Give me something. Where you can't go back, and these women are like, okay, she is on their side. Because $1, I mean, I appreciate it, but it's not going to do much for me.
Listen, if Sugar Plum called me off the air, I got a homework assignment that would get her back in the good graces.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's something you do, but she's just not very loyal.
I might even pay for the month, but we'll talk about that.
Here's the thing. I mean, these people pay, and they've been paying the entire time, and they like us, and they enjoy it, and it just throws them. It's like having, what was that guy, tech guy? With BJ, and that guy paid for a year. So, well, I mean, I'm not cheap, Rainbow Melon. I mean, I don't mind unblocking her here. I mean, it's not like $1 is going to sway my, my attitude. I'd spend $3,500. So $1 is not going to, do much. But I mean, I appreciate that she wants to be part of it, but it's just like, the water's tainted a little bit there. So, what could she do to make that up to us and the people here?
I'll give you a couple of things. Hold on.
Yeah, and people are saying this. I haven't even seen this. I mean, you might be right. I don't go to those pages. So, we've stopped talking about those people. But
for now. About what? Saying what?
I don't know. I don't know.
Here's the thing. If Sugar Plum... I give you if Sugar Plum on Crab Lake Friday wanted to come up with the black ex-husband, I'd love to interview him. That would be something that would put her in the good graces of the church.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not. I mean, that's entertaining and that's one show. These people are still going to dislike her. She would have to give us something that's good.
Well, she might not have any of that. Well, I know something that she could do that would be really good. But she's got to call me off the air. I don't want to talk about it here. But there's something that she could do for me. That would, and maybe she doesn't want to be back in the good graces of the church. She played herself. I don't know, but we'll get to that. And Michelle, I would want you to be on Crab Lake Friday, Michelle. I'll send you a link. I'd love for you to come up, but it's a different animal. I mean, you got to get back to being the old Michelle.
Who was the major hater that came on camera by mistake? Michelle's asking.
I'm going to release that on Tuesday. I don't want to say it just now.
Yeah, here's the other thing, Michelle. I don't know if this is Michelle. I don't think that's Michelle T. There was a. I don't want to, with all the climate that's going on and this being a newly monetized channel, I don't want to, if this person has doxed themselves by accidentally sharing. I think sometimes these people are doing this on purpose. We talk about it here. Now they got something to strike.
This was a total accident. So one of the main haters that that hides behind a name, let's just say kind of like what's that one name? Norris Code. You know how there's a new Norris Code?
Yeah.
So this person, it would be like if Norris Code was on some channel nobody ever went to that we weren't even aware of, but somebody in our community saw this. They recorded it. They sent it to me. And you can see who it is, and it's shocking. And
that's why we have the benefit of the OTT, where we can do what we want.
I'm going to show it Tuesday to our group. I'll probably show it Monday on XNN if we have time, but I'll show it on Tuesday on Jim Terry TV, and it will definitely be on Crab Lake Friday because I've got it forever now. This hater, and this is a hater that said, that's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. You're lying. That's not me. That's not me. We knew who this was, and all those people like Watcher Crazy and all that said we were lying. FumbleNut said we were lying. It wasn't who they. We now have proof because they came up with their camera.
Okay, and I don't even know what this is.
Right.
So I don't mind you asking. I mean, we don't shy away from questions. We don't shy away from anything. You know, people ask me questions about what's going on or anything. I'll answer everything to the best of my ability, you know, and we've tried to do that. Just, the haters, they really haven't been able to accomplish much. The only thing they can accomplish is really striking channels. And you can see that, you know, we're not really talking about them anymore. We don't really need to. I mean, we had an hour and 49 minutes tonight, and other than just, you know, tidbits here and there, we don't really talk about them. This is what I've been telling Jim for years, and we talked about it off air. We can have good shows, and no matter what, I mean, we don't need them. You know, Bob, you know, has had good shows. Johnny had good shows. One of Johnny's best shows ever was when that person got drugged by that car. It has nothing to do with haters. Now it's salacious and it's interesting, you know, but
we'll see. All right, I'm here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Johnny. Says thank you for being on my show. Thank you, Texas Granny. Everybody who's been a part of what we do. We will get out the newsletter later tonight. That chat's moving a little bit. And we will talk more tomorrow on Mr. X News Network. Thanks, guys, so much for being here. And look for us on Jim Terry TV, OTT. You know, it's weird. Everybody else out there on YouTube can promote stuff. We promote it. All of a sudden, it's strikeable. How does that fucking work? It doesn't. If that's what the only thing that works is if that's what you got to do all day. We will see you soon. Thanks, guys, so much. Jim, anything else?
No, thank you, everybody. A little dry on the PayPal. Fuck.
Thank you for watching Mr. X News Network.